Welcome to Break Check. If that way we have a more generic one.
Yeah.
Should we do it?
Now you got to do it again.
What? No, we just stick with what we got. This is genuine, raw, real.
Oh, jeez.
Welcome to Break Check.
Hi.
Just in case. So, I'm going to jump right into my topic. Car insurance is out of hand.
It is stupid.
It is out of hand.
I understand the purpose of it, but if you never use it in your entire life, you've wasted a lot of money.
That's true. But it is out of hand for the fact that I realized that last month, our insurance premium went up 37.5%.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, our car insurance.
37.5?
Yes. Just last month, it went up that much. And
What?
from February.
But you're getting older and you don't have any accidents or tickets.
Nope, no accidents, no tickets. We haven't changed our cars. We haven't changed our house.
Well, I've been in a couple of accidents, but that was like
not
over
recently.
5 years ago.
Yeah, since getting your policy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, not with our current policy. And it's off your record. It's been over 5 years.
I mean, do you want to say who you're with? Do you want to call them out? The company?
No.
Let me ask you this. Do you feel like they're on your side?
I see what you're trying to
You see what I did there?
Nice.
You're like, okay, what are the other things that the other insurance
No,
companies say?
but I
Well,
also don't feel like I'm in good hands. Well, at least you don't have any, wet, amphibious type pets.
From down under?
Now that we've vaguely named off many of the big brands.
So what's up with your insurance rates? Why did you call?
No, it just.
You're just accepting it? Just going to go with it?
We do need to call.
No, I am going to call because it's ridiculous. Not only did it go up 37.5%, it went up. It's gone up over 58% since last year. February. So in
13 months,
it's gone up 58%.
why didn't you? That means, was that 21% between last February and now, or in somewhere else in there was another 18%.
Yeah. So we're going to be looking at some other car insurances.
Yeah.
Mine
Mine didn't go up. Mine didn't change at all.
Really? We're going to have to ask who you use.
Well, I definitely feel like they're on my side.
Right?
I'll just leave it at that.
Fair enough. When I saw that, it piqued my interest. It's like, okay, is this a us thing or is this like happening everywhere? Mm-hmm. So I looked up a graph here on the.
Oh.
Yeah, I have bar graph
Whoa.
today.
We're so legit.
Love a
Right?
good graph. Love a good graph.
Gotta love a good bar graph.
Woo!
So as you can see here, on average, it goes up 4, 5%, 3%. In 2022, it went up 15% on average. So this is average throughout the U.S. from year to year.
It doesn't take into account gender, age, driving record. It's just the average overall.
Yep, just average annual premium.
Okay.
So in 2022, it jumped up 15%, and in 2023, it jumped up 5%. There are reasons that they claim that this is happening. In 2020, it actually went down negative 4%. So it was negative 4%. And that's probably because of all the pandemic stuff. Like a lot of people weren't on the road. There weren't as many wrecks. So they dropped the premium, which is surprising that they would drop the premium at all. Just like
I think they'd raise it.
So just
in
keep
general.
it the same.
Yeah. So the average jump for insurance premiums this year is actually 21%.
Wow.
What the
But
hell?
yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's 26%.
Oh, it's
What
worse.
the
Yeah, it's-
hell?
But the highest is 40%. The highest that people are seeing is for this year is 40% insurance increase.
Who is reporting that?
It's in a certain state. It was in Missouri, if I remember correctly.
Because they're in misery.
Right.
Yeah.
That is horrendous.
Yeah. I mean, we're not far off. 37.5% was ours. So
Man, the general doesn't look so bad now, does he?
no, it does not. But what's really crazy about that to me is inflation, which has been really high, has gone up in the same time frame as. So in the same time
Insurance.
frame, yeah.
So it's kind of like followed the pattern, the track with inflation.
No. So in the same time frame from February last year to February this year, that our insurance has gone up 58%. Inflation has gone up, I want to get it right, 3.2%.
What?
Inflation has gone up 3.2,
But car
And-
insurance
and our insurance in particular has gone up 58.
with two people that don't have any accidents,
Yeah.
less than 5 years
Yeah,
That's
we
ridiculous.
we keep
No
both of our
tickets.
cars in a garage, and they know that.
in a safe town.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not in a bad neighborhood.
What?
I know, but
What?
on average,
Do you
just
do
this
the-
year,
Do you guys have the thing you plug into your ODB2 and it tracks your driving practices? And
we don't do that. Maybe that's something that we should look into.
I don't know.
But yeah, we don't do that. But yeah, so I was like, okay, what's the deal? Like,
58.
yeah, it's like, what's the deal? Why is this happening? So, according to statefarm.com,
Whoa. Calling them out now.
no, this is not our insurance for the record.
Oh, just the website.
Just the website, yeah.
Okay.
It's just they decided to put out an entire web page explaining why car insurance have gone up.
State Farm did.
Yeah.
So they're trying to acknowledge it. They're trying to do something to say about it.
Yeah, so clearly State Farm has recognized that a lot of people are not happy with this. Clearly.
Yeah.
So they put something out to inform people. So, driving habits during COVID-19 and after is one of their reasons. So, one of their reasons is that they saw fewer accidents and less expensive losses, and then after COVID-19, people returned to their pre-pandemic driving routines.
Yeah, because the country was shut down.
Yeah, but
Of course, you're not going to drive because you were told you were going to be punished if you did.
Yeah.
right. But okay, so that's it. That's their whole reason is that people return to their pre-pandemic driving routines. But if you look on this little chart here, in 2019, the average was 1544, and in 2023, the average was 1851. So
it went up.
So it was in 2023, it was already higher than it was pre-pandemic, and now it's gone up an additional, on average, 26%.
That's a weak argument.
That's
what State Farm said.
Yeah,
State Farm thinks we're stupid.
but that's reason number one. Reason number two is rising car repair cost. I think this is somewhat valid. Inflation, supply chain,
But not 58%.
That's the thing. 58%. That's come on.
Like everything goes up in price and cost because of the Federal Reserve.
Yeah.
Another conspiracy that I won't get into right now. That's a long one.
Right.
But everything goes up.
Yeah.
So, but it's not that extreme.
Yeah. It goes up 3.2%. Not
Yeah.
58.
58.
But yeah, so they're saying inflation, supply chain disruption, and labor issues caused by COVID-19 pandemic, you're calling out that COVID-19 again, have impacted vehicle repair costs on occasion, and how quickly you can get how quickly you can get repairs completed. Also, they claim that additional new technologies such as parking sensors, lane departure warnings, and better battery technology, particularly in electric vehicles, have added to the rising cost of repairs, while those sensors and stronger while those smarter sensors and stronger devices can help improve safety, they are also more expensive to repair. So you're kind of playing both sides of the argument there, State Farm. It's like you're saying that it makes the car safer, yet you're claiming that you need to raise the prices on insurance because they're more expensive to repair.
To replace those safety items, it costs more than if they weren't there at all.
Yeah, but if it makes the car safer, then you're going to have less wrecks. So more
You would
expensive
think.
repairs, but less repairs.
I think all these safety features on cars has caused people to drive lazy because the car does so much that you have to think so little.
Yeah, so
You're
you're like,
just along for the ride, and all you're really doing is steering. And if you have
Yeah.
lane departure warning, sometimes you don't even have to steer. The new Chevy pickup truck,
right?
like the commercial is a guy hitting the little button, and then he sits back and just, hey, how you doing? Has a conversation with his passenger. He's reading a book, or
Right.
like you literally do nothing. It's like you're sitting on the couch.
Yeah.
And so, like old school
Making-
cars, you actually had to be engaged and involved
Right.
in.
Be aware of your surroundings.
I want to look up now at like the typical accident rate, like how many average accidents happened in like the 60s
Yeah.
versus modern day. Like,
That would be
are people
interesting.
truly driving more reckless now with more safety features
Yeah.
than back in the day?
That would be so if we looked up like number of wrecks per 100 driver
Something
or
like
something
that.
like that because the number of drivers have probably changed.
Yeah.
But if you look at like the number of wrecks per
Per
certain
1,000 drivers,
per
per
1,000
100 drivers, per
or
something.
like that. Yeah. That would be an interesting one too. But you bring up due to distracted driving, that's actually State Farm's third reason.
Oh, it's because I'm a genius.
Yeah.
Pay me, State Farm.
Increased accidents due to distracted driving. According to State Farm survey, so apparently State Farm put out a survey. More than half of drivers said they read or send text while driving, and 56% of drivers report using video chat or recording video. Even voice-activated car commands can divert your cognitive abilities and attention.
TikToks and blogs and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting. Like, it's hilarious, and I know we've all done it. If you're a driver, you've done this, and if you deny it, you're lying. But when you're looking for something and you turn down the radio,
Right.
you're like, how is less noise going to help you see better?
Helps you focus.
But it helps you, it's
Yeah.
exactly it. It helps
Yeah.
your brain focus.
Yep.
Because you're not distracted. So if you're looking for an address, you're focusing that hard on find this address
true.
or a particular landmark or something. Turn that on radio because it's less of a distraction for your mind.
That's true.
And so, how many distractions do you have in your car
oh my gosh.
nonstop?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there's devices that you can plug into your USB and play a video. You can play YouTube or movies on a road trip on your screen.
Right.
Like you can drive down the highway
Yeah.
75 miles an hour, 80 miles an hour
It's true.
with a movie playing because you're bored on your road trip.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going 80.
Right. Yeah, that's a lot of momentum you're carrying with you that can cause a lot of damage.
Man.
Especially if you're in an electric car, like the article was saying.
Yeah, you have a lot of weight in there.
Because of the cost to replace one of those. Like if you hit something with an electric car, it's like hitting it with a steel like a brick.
Yeah.
There is so much weight and momentum and
Yeah.
just mass pushing that thing
Yeah, a steel brick that will explode.
that will explode.
And it's hard. The fire can stay there for like what, 30 days or something like that?
It can burn for days, even up to like a month.
Chemical fire.
Yeah, well, also you have individual cells.
Yep.
So as one cell ignites on fire, it heats up the next cell, and then that cell catches on fire, and then the next one, and the next one, and the next one.
And then the cost to replace that is like the cost of another car.
Yeah.
Some of the logic makes sense, but it doesn't make 58% of sense.
Let's
Right,
make
yeah.
cars more safe and let's add iPads and crap inside of them. Let's
Right,
give them
to make
big
them less safe.
screen. Yeah.
You know, so when I was in the Guard, one of the things I did was working on the B-1 bomber.
Uh-huh.
There's 3 computer systems that all talk to each other.
Right.
The problem they ran into at Lockheed, who built it, is the B-1 had a reputation of being unreliable. And the reason was all 3 of those computers relied on each other. So if any one of the 3 had any issues or glitches,
Oh, yeah.
it caused problems in the other 2. They couldn't work independently.
Oh, I
But
thought
they
they
were
were
all codependent of each other.
Oh, I thought planes were designed to have like 3 independent systems.
That was one of the
could-
problems with the B-1.
Oh, okay.
So the B-1, like its FMC, its mission capability rate, was really low in active duty units because you're always changing who's working on the aircraft, and there was so much inconsistency with the maintenance and the
Interesting.
planes moving around and not having enough spare parts.
Okay.
Guard units who owned the aircraft always had a higher FMC rate because they owned the aircraft. They could actually, it's kind of like if you owned a car versus rented a car.
Right.
Active duty is like rentals.
Ah, okay.
And
Okay.
Guard is like you own the aircraft, you own the iron. And so
Gotcha.
their FMC rates were always, so like our older brother Phil and I were both B-1 crew chiefs, and I always tease him that my plane had a higher FMC rate than his. But because
he
of those,
because he had a loaner.
yeah, because he had a loaner and I owned my jet. But the computer systems, the technology that they tried to make it better, they tried to make it fail safe, so each one would support each other.
Right.
And so if one started, kind of lacking, the other one would pick up the slack.
Gotcha.
Sort of like, 3 legs of a tripod idea.
Yeah.
But it had the opposite effect where if one had a problem, it pulled the other ones down instead of the other ones picking the lagging one up.
Gotcha.
And so it caused a lot of these issues with the B-1.
Oh, jeez.
But technology, new cars,
Yeah.
the lack of reliability in them,
Right.
other than Toyota and a lot of Hondas and Hyundais that have
Right.
figured it out.
Yeah. It's one of those things where Technology is great if done properly. Like if the time and effort is put into coding it correctly and thinking through all the things, you're never gonna find every problem before something is out in the world. But if you put in the time, you can have a heck of a lot less problems.
You know something that would help out all this accident issue?
Yeah,
Pillows.
I agree.
Yeah.
PMS. If you made every car a manual, if your hand has to be on the wheel and on the gear shift,
And you're having to shift gears
What are you
and
gonna-
keep your mind active.
what are you going to text with? You know what I mean?
Oh,
It
that's true.
takes away the
Yeah.
texting. When I was teaching one of my stepkids how to drive a manual, that's one thing. I was like, hey, bud, you can't text and drive this. And he goes, yeah, it's a lot more fun. Like it gives him something to do. He doesn't feel like with this generation, they feel like they have to fidget.
Right.
Because their brains have been conditioned to that. They're always looking for something to satisfy that itch.
Yeah. And manuals, like you can have a lot of fun with a manual, just like driving to work. Like it's just enjoyable. I know a lot of people are like, I hate like having to shift gears all the time just to drive the car. It's like, yeah, but it gives you something to do. You're active. You're in the process. So yeah, that's their 3 reasons for.
Interesting.
So State Farm, ways to manage the rate increase.
Ways to manage it, get a better job.
Yeah. Way to manage it. So according to them, they say a personal price plan can help you create an affordable price just for you. Check with your State Farm agent about possible ways to save on your bill.
Is that their only option? Their only solution?
They have a couple other things that they also say drive safe and save.
Okay. I'm thinking I'm tracking like a trend as you go. So go. What's the next one?
Okay. Next one is take advantage of other applicable discounts, such
Applicable
as
discount. So yeah. So talk to your agent to see how you can save.
drive safe
Drive safer.
and
Look
save.
at applicable discounts.
Yep. And then evaluate how increasing your deductible or decreasing your coverage on older vehicles could reduce your monthly premium.
Change your deductible or get an older car.
That's all their recommendations.
So every recommendation has to do with you changing something.
Yep.
Nothing to do with them saying, you know what? We're going to help out our customer and reduce our rates.
Yeah. It's all things that you should do that doesn't cost them any money.
Wow.
While you give them hundreds a month that you do nothing, that they
Yeah.
do nothing with. And then when you need it, they give you a hard time. Be like, well, you were kind of at fault, so we're not going to pay 100%.
Yeah.
So in some states, it's called a no-fault state. Kansas is one of those. And so what they do is when there's an accident, the 2 insurance companies, they debate and they battle and they argue over who is most at fault. And so let's just say, for example, you get rear-ended.
Right.
And then the person who hit you causes you to hit the car in front of you. Well, you will be found partially at fault because you were too close behind the car in front of you. So when you got hit, if you had
Right.
proper distance, you would not have hit the car in front of you. You would have stopped before that. Therefore, the overall accident, you will still have to pay a portion, or your insurance company will pay a portion of the person that you hit. While the person who hit you, their insurance company will pay for your damages or a portion of because you were partially at fault for the overall accident.
Wow.
That's what a no-fault state is,
Except for the fact that if
or an
you're
at-fault state.
except for the fact that if you're at a stoplight and you have your foot on the brake and you're rear-ended, it pushes you back, removing your foot from the brake,
Yep.
releasing your car into driver neutral,
Yeah.
where you're going to roll into the car in front of you. Like
Hey,
that was
we
not
all-
your fault.
We all went through automobile Navy SEAL training, so when you get hit, you know your number one focus is to keep your foot on the brake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Totally.
As your brain is being shoved into the back of your seat, you're like, oh, I must keep my foot down on the brake.
Yeah,
I'm getting a concussion? No, my foot must be on that.
foot on the brake.
Yeah. So is their recommendation to just like put your car in park every time you come to a stop, so it locks your
Yeah.
car?
Yeah.
You could.
I mean,
And then you can say, look, there's skid marks on the ground where my tires were locked.
yeah,
I
the
couldn't
entire
control
way.
it. I don't know.
Wow, they're little weasels, aren't they?
So yeah, so if you're
Oh,
in a
Insurance companies are awful.
if you're in one of those states, you know that's how insurance companies change. Like, hey, like damages to my car cost $6,000. How come you only gave me a check for $4,800? Well, because you were partially at fault. So you get 80% of the payout.
Yeah, because I was sitting still at a stop sign.
Yeah,
or
that
a
was just an
stoplight.
example. Like
Yeah.
there's all sorts of things.
But yeah, I'm sure that there's way more examples than that, but that's the one we were just using. So.
Yep.
Yeah. This isn't car related, but it's the same thing for dental insurance.
But you have to use a car to get to the dental office.
That's true. You do have to use a car to get to the dentist.
Car connected.
Yeah, car connected. But yeah, insurances there are awful as well. Like we try to give people, they're called night guards, and they put a guard on at night, you know, because there are a lot of people who tend to grind or clench, you know, when they're asleep. And what that can do is that if they bite hard enough, they can create fractures in their teeth, or if they grind enough, they're basically just grinding their teeth down, and we don't want that either. You know, all that kind of stuff that will help them. And a lot of the insurance companies say, no, we won't pay for that. And I'm like, wait, but that's a preventative. We're trying to help them prevent them from ruining their mouth. No, we're not going to pay for that. There are some insurances that do, but like maybe 2 or 3.
Those are usually the really expensive insurances.
Yeah.
Because dental and vision are like add-on insurances.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah.
Insurance companies don't care about those.
Yeah, if you get insurance through your employer, they'll give you the medical stuff, and then you can opt out of dental and vision. Those like additionals. You can not have any health and still have dental and vision, or vice versa. Yeah.
Insurance.
Oh God,
I have a dental conspiracy.
Oh,
If you want to talk, if you want to have Conspiracy Cafe,
A dental conspiracy.
we
Well,
don't have to.
real quick though, a piece of actual advice, not from State Farm. This is from Dave Ramsey.
Oh, okay.
If you don't know who Dave Ramsey
The financial
is,
advisor. Okay.
Yeah, he's a Christian financial advisor. He says that your best way to save money is actually go through an independent agent. So rather than going like directly to State Farm or whoever, there can only sell, like that agent can only sell that company's insurance. But an independent agent works for you. They get money. They get money when you get money, and you're only going to go through that agent if they get you the best deal. So if you go through an independent agent, they're more likely to get you a much better deal.
Maybe that's what we should do.
That's what I was planning on doing.
I did that with health insurance. So there was like a year where I did health insurance, and I did it for a company, and I didn't like it because I could only offer that company stuff.
Right.
Even if I knew there were better options out there. Yeah. And so if you're an independent agent, you can truly have a heart to help the person because you have a plethora of options.
Yeah.
You know, so the first like 4 or 5 months, I was doing it for a company, and then the other eight or so months, I was an independent, and I was like, hey, I have this option. Where do you fit? Let's find the best option. It's kind of like being a car dealer.
Yeah.
If you truly want to find the best vehicle for your customer,
yeah, you really
want
to
hey,
help
what
them.
what are you looking for? What do you need? What do you need to accomplish with your vehicle?
Yeah.
And then you find them the best fit for that. So
even
if
it doesn't
insurance,
even if it doesn't make you the most money, you want to do the best thing for them.
Yep.
So, a piece of actual advice there for you, other than just lower your deductible because that's
change
helpful.
your driving habits.
Yeah, because that's helpful.
You need to do something.
You
not
change.
us.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
that was pretty much all I had for my topic. So,
Nice.
So dental conspiracy.
Mm-hmm.
you have a dental conspiracy.
Jen might not like this one.
Should we change the lighting? Go to Conspiracy Cafe.
Sure.
Let's go to the cafe.
Let's do this epic lighting change.
I don't have my
Yes.
conspiracy cap this week. I know I mentioned it last week. I forgot it again.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We understand.
I wake up
Make it
early.
work.
I'm old. I forgot. I'll use it I always set out I'm one of those weird people. I set out my clothes the night before still, just like Mom had us do when we were kids.
Aw.
So yeah, the night before when I go to sleep, I'll pull out my clothes and I'll set them out and I'll have them ready. So next week I've got to make sure I add the hat.
I'm one of those people who wake up and it's like, do I have any clothes to wear?
Yep. I do the laundry at home, and I always make sure the clothes are folded and ready to go.
So, to the cafe then.
To the cafe.
The cafe. Should we dim the main light?
Sure.
I mean, as long as they can still see us.
How conspiratical do you want to make it?
How conspiratorial is it?
Conspiratical. I made that word up. I can make up words. They're letters, and they don't control me.
Anywho, what is your conspiracy, Ricard? Richard?
Well, you seem awfully defensive already.
I'm gonna be like,
Jen, let me ask you, as a
what's
medical
his
professional,
name from The Office? False.
Dwight.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, false. In your professional medical opinion, why do we remove wisdom teeth? What's the point?
Why do we remove?
Let me hear
wisdom
what you
teeth?
have to say.
Removing wisdom teeth is not always necessary. Not required.
Correct.
Even if they are impacted, you're not required to remove these.
Depends.
You know, the U.S. and Australia are the only countries that do it at the rate that they do. In, I think it was 2007, the U.K. did a study, maybe even 2006, but the U.K. did a study about wisdom teeth being removed, and the U.S. and Australia is like 70 to 80% of all wisdom teeth getting removed are done in U.S. and Australia. So here's the conspiracy. Here's the interesting part. Everything in the body is connected through nerve endings, right?
Okay.
Neuropathic ways. So everything is connected through neuropathic routes, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
The teeth are one of the most nerve ending places in the body, right? Have the most nerve endings. Very sensitive.
Is that true? Is that accurate?
That I didn't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would have to look that one up.
There are nerves in the teeth.
Right.
Yeah, I mean,
that
I didn't
much
know
we
it
Yeah,
was like
and
the
there-
most. Like
some-
I know
some
that
of the
when
most-
somebody has a toothache, they say it's like the worst feeling they've ever had.
So here's where the conspiracy goes. The nerve endings, so everything's connected. Like, you touch the bottom of your foot to relieve pain elsewhere, and they use, the acupuncture to hit certain nerve endings in muscles to relieve it elsewhere.
Right.
So the nerve endings in the teeth are believed to be connected to places toward the heart and the mind. That's where the terms wisdom teeth came from.
Okay.
And so here's a conspiracy. Removing them disrupts neural pathways to the brain that would otherwise make you more intelligent or open up neural pathways to tap into different areas of the brain that we can't currently tap into. And so people who have wisdom teeth removed typically are, by this study, like more clumsy. They can't remember things as well. They have more mind problems, I guess. Not like mental health problems, but they have more issues when it comes to focus and being clumsy and those things. With having,
Interesting.
like, I've only had one wisdom tooth removed,
Right.
and I know, like, this is very, very obviously small sampling.
Right.
My wife's had all of them. She's quite clumsy. Sorry, Aaron.
Was she clumsy before that?
Not to call
she
you
was.
out.
Yeah,
okay.
she was. Well, killed my own conspiracy there. But no. So there's this conspiracy that you're not required to remove them, and there's, in the U.S. and Australia, there's such a push to remove wisdom teeth because, one, insurance companies get a lot of money, and it's a way to not just dental insurance, but overall health, big pharma, that whole thing.
Right.
About keeping insurance, keeping people, dumb, to keep the wisdom, that connection, and you get more heart issues if you have wisdom teeth removed. And so the UK study was like, it's not, unless there's some sort of side effect or other symptoms, even if it's impacted, if you don't have any symptoms, it's not recommended to remove wisdom teeth.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So my question is, what about the people who are born and with no wisdom teeth? I mean, like, later on in life, they never had wisdom teeth.
Semper Fi, survival of the fittest.
Okay. Okay.
Remove warning labels and let nature just solve itself.
Okay. And there are people who have big enough mouths where, and the wisdom teeth can come when they come in properly. We just let them keep them. They have enough room. But the issue is that when they don't, that then causes crowding. That issue, and then that disrupts how they bite. There's a lot of grind. It just starts to hurt the rest of their mouth. They can't clean in certain places.
Which is why this study in the UK, they say, like, if you have symptoms, obviously remove them.
Right. Yeah.
But people who have the room, or if there's no symptoms, even if they're impacted, if there are no symptoms requiring it, like in America and Australia, they still immediately remove them.
Well, Australia,
Most do, like an alarming rate.
Interesting.
well, Australia is known. I don't know if they're still like doing this, but a long time ago, I mean, we would have doctors that would come to dentists in Australia to learn about dentures because they are known to just remove teeth. Oh, you need a root canal? Remove the tooth. But what if we can save the tooth? Remove the tooth. And they would just remove teeth. And then people would just get dentures.
That's so
My
weird.
dentist, well, my boss, he went to a course Australian who specialized in dentures.
Huh.
And, you know, he knew a lot about them.
Right. Well, I'd hope
Because
so. If they
just
do it all the time.
rip teeth out instead of trying to save the tooth. And I forget the reason why. He did tell me, but it was a long time ago. I know that the teeth are connected to a lot of things in the body. Teeth are connected when it comes to the heart. Teeth are connected when it comes to your respiratory system. Teeth are connected when it comes to a pregnant woman. You know, you got to make sure that your teeth are healthy. You got to make sure you don't have any infections in your body and stuff like that, especially like before a surgery, a big surgery like on a hip or a knee or anything else. They send people to their dentist or to a dentist to make sure that everything is healthy, that they have no infections or anything like that.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they have to make sure. And every time we have somebody, for example, if somebody had like a heart valve replacement, they have to make sure they take their antibiotics before we can even touch their mouth. You know, all that kind of stuff. Everything's connected when it comes to the mouth. I don't know about it taking out your wisdom teeth though, because there are times when you know, the symptoms, usually, you know, when we have to take them out, people have the symptoms. But there are times when like wisdom teeth, and there are some where teeth are impacted. Like I know of multiple people where their tooth is impacted, the wisdom tooth is, but we can't take it out. But it's not causing them any pain or anything like that. It's not messing with the root in front of the other tooth. We don't have to worry about inflammation in that area where the bone starts to like actually like disappear. There are some teeth, impacted wisdom teeth, where they're so close to the nerve that we say, well, it's not messing with the rest of your teeth, and we're not going to take it out because we have a high risk of hitting that nerve, and then you're going to lose all feeling for the rest of your life, probably in that area.
Be a drooler.
Right?
Yeah, right. But I don't believe that it has any connection with people's clumsiness or anything like that. And I kind of want to know in those studies, like who they studied, like what their type of diet was too. Like what did they look like?
Well, here's what the article says. I know I said 06, 07. It was actually earlier. The UK gave up routinely removing wisdom teeth without solid evidence backing it in 1998. This is on sciencealert.com.
Okay.
Yeah. So after a study at the University of York concluded that there was no scientific evidence to support removing wisdom teeth as a routine, that same year the Royal College of Physicians of Edinburgh said that for patients who don't have a condition related to third molars, removal is not advisable. Still, in many countries, including the US and Australia, routine wisdom teeth removal remains the standard procedure. The reason given is that leaving them in is simply putting off the inevitable, because patients with wisdom teeth will face infection or complications later on.
Maybe.
And so their argument, argument is everybody's at risk of appendicitis. That doesn't mean you routinely remove everybody's appendix all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
You wait until there's symptoms.
Right.
And so it's sort of like something that's highlighting that the US and the Australia is like 7 times. This is 7 times more people are hospitalized for the removal of impacted wisdom teeth in Australia than in the UK. So the US and Australia are by far like the typical standard procedure is remove them because they may have something in the future.
Yeah.
Right.
And let's just keep on paying them insurance people.
Right. I mean, I've had my wisdom teeth removed, but it wasn't until later in life because one of them actually broke. It chipped.
Your wisdom teeth
And then
needed help. Like it was like, let's just remove them. It's best that way because you're probably gonna have an infection.
I'm not very wise, so
I had the one taken out in the military by a guy who had one foot on the armrest of the chair and the other one on a footstool and
Yeah.
a pair of pliers in my mouth, yanking and cranking. And I felt every crack and break as they pulled it out.
Did they not like no anesthesia?
Just a local anesthetic. Little
Okay. Yeah, you'll feel the pressure. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It was more, the cracking and the breaking that was like, okay, well, okay.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because like you see those cartoons where they're like over somebody
Yeah.
with a pair of pliers. That's actually what it was.
Some oral surgeons still do that.
Yep. Go
Why?
military. It's the
there's
military,
times-
man. Toughen up. Be a man.
I am not military.
Hey, there are times when it's hard to get that tooth out and you need some extra like fulcrum
Yeah.
power.
Give me that Milwaukee pair of pliers.
I mean, we haven't had to do that, but what
I went to a surgeon
you were
who
sedated.
cut them out.
You were sedated.
My guy was
You don't know what
professionally
they
trained.
did.
Military trained.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sanitize the pliers before you use them.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I
We
mean
have
that was his military training.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Good
spit
Lord.
shine them. I'm just kidding.
Make sure you get the right. Make sure you get the right tooth.
If you can't tell, I don't like blood and hospitals and needles and all that stuff.
Oh.
I take after our father.
I used to be able to watch like surgeries and stuff and eat like my food and stuff like that while watching them.
I'm sweating thinking
Oh
about
no. But now like I can deal with things when it comes to the mouth. But now when I see any other part of the body, I'm like the mouth, I'm like, yeah.
I have an issue if the person's like alive and they're doing something.
Oh.
But if they're already dead, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
Like when I was in the police department and
like
I,
a
had like a
cadaver.
dead body issue,
Cadavers. Yeah.
didn't bother me. Like I want to touch him.
You're right.
Well, yeah.
But like seeing like a guy hit a wall at 130 miles an
Yeah,
hour
no,
and he was spaghetti at the base of a wall.
Uh-huh.
All right. There it is.
Broken bones.
And but if somebody like even watching a show, even if it's a fake show, like ER or whatever, and they're doing surgery and the person like even as fake as it is, it's still I don't want to see it.
Oh, that one, that's okay for me because I'm like, oh, that's fake. I know that's probably like syrup or something.
You know the one that didn't bother me is Independence Day when they cut the exoskeleton of the alien open.
Oh yeah.
That
didn't
didn't bother me because it was
Yeah, it wasn't
clearly
human.
a fake.
Yeah.
Alien.
Yeah.
I mean, I know some people that look like that, but
So I guess I don't think that people get clumsier or I don't know. I would have to read more articles, like actual scientific articles.
But you also don't take people's wisdom teeth out for just willy-nilly. You just only if necessary.
Only if necessary. Other than that, we have many patients who keep their wisdom teeth because we're like, it's not messing with you.
She works for a good dentist who isn't owned by the government.
Yeah.
yeah.
We're not owned by what are they called? A corporate company. Yeah. We're just, just by ourselves.
All right, to the comments.
To the comment section.
Let's see. We have 3 comments on our video.
Nice.
Yep, from last week
Fancy.
that we're answering in real time. Or commenting too.
Right.
The first one, so our buddy who said lizard people, and that was the only one we had to go off of a couple weeks ago.
Right.
Hey, at least I tried to interact with your content, unlike some people. And they did that emoji. It's like he's calling out our other viewers.
Oh.
Wow. Hostile much?
I mean,
He's not calling us out because,
when we commented.
Hug it out.
yeah. Like we're not going to comment on our own video, so he's not calling us. Who are you trying to call out?
We do appreciate the comment, though.
Yeah, thanks for the comment. We appreciate your interaction.
Yeah.
I mean, you might have to face our other viewers, our other 48 subscribers.
I thought it was 49.
Well, if he's one, we have 48 others.
My math. Must have been caused.
math.
She's part Asian, but the math part
math.
didn't make it.
Must have been the fluoride in the water.
Must have been.
Conspiracy.
Okay. Do we want to comment on that? Are we done commenting on that one? I don't want to
think so.
shortchange
Hug it out with the other viewers.
the lizard person. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
good.
I think so.
Comment number 2 from the self-proclaimed #1 fan.
Oh, okay.
I will be honest. This episode's conspiracy was by far the most interesting.
Oh.
Thank you. Also, Richard. If you're going to be the grammar police on all the comments, you may start to get less ... Just saying. Grammar police on all the comments.
Oh, because
I'm sorry that I expect people to actually be professional.
But
and
wasn't it
mature.
Google?
I don't know.
It was Google
What was
Translate.
it that I said that? Would I
she-
grammar police it?
she didn't capitalize the J in for Jen.
Oh,
So when you did translate-
The translation.
And
did.
then you click Google Translate, and it made my
Well,
J capital.
You are her aunt, so she should sort of.
Oops. I don't care if it's a little J or a big J. It was Google Translate, though, that did that.
Okay. Way to gaslight me there, Katie.
I mean, I think you are correct though. Like, if
I
we are
am.
to give people
I
a
thought it
hard
was-
time about their grammar, they may not comment as much.
That's true. Okay, whatever.
But
or
you'll,
people will support me.
that's
it
true.
out.
Maybe.
Come on,
Maybe.
I'm not a bad guy.
No, I
Hug
don't
it
think
out.
so.
Hug it out.
Hug it out.
Yeah.
The-
I thought it was funny that it said C translation. I hit translation and all it did was capitalize the J.
It was
yeah, no,
funny,
that
though.
was
That
actually
was
funny.
pretty funny.
That was actually really funny.
Okay, third comment. This is a legitimate inquiry that wants
Oh.
your thoughts on something.
Okay. We
And we actually did research for this one.
did.
We did. All disclaimer. Usually we just read it in the moment, but I saw this one, and usually they don't know anything.
Right.
But this one it needed some research, and so this has more research done than probably anything. I will say, we here at Break Check have the freshest research on the internet.
Yeah, like
Like
the
when
night
you're shopping for fruit or anything at the store, you look for something that's fresh,
Right.
right? We have the freshest research because it's either in the moment or not existent at all.
But we're not looking for green bananas.
That's what I'm saying.
And green orange.
Our
We're looking
research
for-
is so fresh; it happens as you're watching.
Yeah.
Like,
The fruit literally
why would I
grows as you're watching.
Why would I want to do a research a week ago? By the time we do the show, it's rotten. Freshest research on the internet.
Oh yeah, research done the night before, the morning
Research
of.
So fresh. You eat it
freshest.
right off the vine. Okay.
Even before it's ripe.
Hank Severino 5882 says, "What's up, boneheads?" Not Jen.
Wait. So Jen's not included in the boneheads?
No, I guess we're boneheads.
Oh, well.
Look at that.
So Hank
a
wants us to
bonehead.
answer something, but before he asks us a favor, he calls us a bonehead. I don't feel so
It is.
inclined to answer you, Hank.
It's a great start.
You have like a teardrop going down your face.
The very next thing says, "Do a guy a favor." Yeah, anytime, bonehead. Okay, what's up, boneheads? Not Jen. Do a guy a favor and talk a little about the Buick Riviera.
Okay.
I have a 69 Riviera with a 434 barrel and I'm assuming 4-barrel, 430-4.
Right.
And the 400 trans. I recently saw a post of the same car with Cadillac Laurels, which are just the little, plant vine looking things around the Cadillac emblem.
Which we found out this morning.
Yep. I recently saw a post of the same car with Cadillac Laurels around the R on the gas cap and in the interior. Apparently the car was from France. Any information on this would be great.
Well, we couldn't find anything about
We couldn't. We
about that emblem that
We
you're
also
referring
discovered that the gas cap on a 69 Riviera, because I own a 1969 Buick Wildcat,
Yeah.
very similar to a 69 Riviera. Almost,
incredibly similar.
yeah, you hold them next to each other, they look like the same car with some trim, differences.
Yeah.
But the gas cap is hidden behind the license plate or behind a panel on the rear end.
Right.
Oh.
Which
So-
makes it look very interesting when you're filling
Why
up your
would you
gas
have a
tank.
designer logo on a gas cap behind a
That's hidden. Yeah.
that's hidden behind a license plate?
So you're putting gas in its ass?
Yeah, it's kind of annoying. Like if you're an older person, the gas cap on the Wildcat, like the bumper sits pretty low, and it's below the bumper and like sort of in, like 6 to 10 inches, and so you have to almost get down on your knee, like you're looking under the car,
Yeah.
to flip down the license plate and then take out gas
Holy
cap.
cow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and you have to hold the license plate down because it's on springs, and there's no way to latch
Right.
it in place or anything.
It's really annoying to fill up that car with fuel.
So sometimes back then when like design first, function after, sometimes doesn't work out the best.
Yeah. Where can we don't have clean sides, clean quarter panels in this car. Where can we put the gas cap? Put it behind the license plate.
Yeah.
Put the license plate 6 inches off the ground. And people are going to make their kids fill up their cars, right?
Right. Yeah. Have your 5-year-old go fill up the car.
Right. I think at that, like back in the 60s, they had a lot of service attendants at gas stations.
That's true.
If I was like everybody, wherever you work, there's always that one thing that annoys you.
Yeah.
If I was like, it's another Buick.
Right.
And you got to go out there and like, gotta get I don't get my pants dirty. Got to get down and like, yeah.
That's true.
But anyway, as far as Hank's comment and question.
Yeah. We couldn't find any information. We spent like over 40 minutes looking for any indication of a R with laurels around it. Couldn't find anything. So we believe that it was some sort of custom job that in that photo that you saw. We don't know that for sure. But that's what we were thinking is
I even found like a history timeline of all Buick logos, Riviera logos.
Yeah.
And none of them have that.
Right.
And so it's possible because the Riviera logo, it's just a letter R with an oval or a circle around it, sometimes with an arrow or a line through it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's possible that they just left the R and removed the circle and then took Cadillac laurels and put it around it just because they thought it looked more regal.
Yeah.
Huh.
And then maybe they had custom embroidery done on the interior. But we couldn't find anything. Doesn't mean it doesn't exist. If you have that photo, do we have an email, right? Or just send it to us.
I think they can send us something on YouTube. Like, can they?
I don't know if they can send us a photo on
what's
the
email
comments,
you can send
but
it to?
the team at breakchk.com.
Yeah, so send the photo that you came across that you referred to online, and then we'll see if we can find any more information about that.
Yeah.
But as far as what we could find, we couldn't find anything.
Yeah.
So we're assuming it's a custom deal at a car show or some guy just thought it looked cool and he did it.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it would actually look cool.
Yeah.
The two combined. I will say just in general about like the Riviera, like I've never really spent much time around the Riviera, but the Wildcat though, that is a really, really cool car. And it's very, very similar to the Riviera. The engine in that though, the 444 barrel, right?
Yep.
That thing's got some punch.
The Wildcat has a 434 barrel.
Oh, 430, yep. But it was actually been bored out though in the past. So it's similar to like a 440.
Yeah.
But anyways, so there was a time where before Richard owned it, our father owned it, and then before our father, our grandfather
he bought it for our grandma.
Yeah,
because she wanted a nice car that was as fast or could be competitive.
Right.
Talk today. Competitive with like the Chevy Camaro.
Yeah.
And so grandma and grandpa loved Buicks, and so he went out and bought a 69 Wildcat custom 2-door with a 434 barrel, and it's a sweet car. It's
a pretty awesome vehicle.
And so that became a family heirloom, went to my dad, and then it went to me.
Yeah. But there was a time where we had in storage, and at the time our parents had a Suburban with the V8, I think pretty standard 350 in it. So it was no slouch. I mean, it was a big SUV, but it was no slouch. And our dad was like, "Oh, I need to, clear the engine,
clear out the pipes."
So I was following him home, and I saw the back end of the Wildcat drop, and I was like, "Oh, okay." So I full throttled the Suburban, and he just left me, and I'm like, dang.
Yeah, people with those old, 5.3 Chevy motors, they know that they're pretty peppy. They're kind of quick, and you did. I think it was a 93. Is it the 93 or 97? Was it the black one?
Or the I think that was the 90. I think that was the 99. I think didn't they have a 99 Suburban at one point?
I don't know. They had the 90, the one that got stolen and put on blocks was a 93.
Right. Okay.
And then the 97 was the all black one that we got after that.
I think it was probably the 97, the black one. I think it was probably that one. Yeah.
But yeah, 69 Wildcat just dusted.
Yeah.
A 5.3 Chevy motor, 350.
Yeah. So a car from 1969 completely smoked a modern, or at the time fairly modern. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Quick car.
They're awesome. Yeah. So and they're not super well known. Like when it comes to like the old cars and stuff like that, the old Buicks and stuff, like they're not like the most popular older cars out there, but they're really cool cars if you ever want to look into them.
The Wildcat was also made. It was like a I think 6-year span. It wasn't made for very long.
Right.
It was based off of a Buick LeSabre, and they just changed off trim pieces on it. There was like some scratch marks. Looks like gills right behind the front tires, and it had a trim piece that went all the way down the length of the car,
Right.
front to back. It had Wildcat logos and things.
Yeah.
But it was a really, really kind of cool car. If we can get to the point in this channel where we make enough, where we can make money off of it,
Right.
it'd be cool to do like a restoration series.
That
on
would be
car,
cool.
That
because
would be
the car
awesome.
runs great. Our uncle actually rebuilt the motor, and it's only got about 35,000 miles on the motor rebuild.
Yeah.
But the car, I can't remember how many miles were on the actual car, but
I mean, yeah.
it had a vinyl roof, and so the roof, I removed the vinyl because it was bubbling up, so I wanted to see how bad a condition it was. And the roof is kind of rusted out.
Yeah.
But the car, other than that, it had some Bondo job done to it. It just needs body work.
Yeah.
It's not dented out or wrecked or rusted or anything, but it just needs body work. It just needs to be cleaned up and restored.
It needs a little more time and money than what we have currently, but it's definitely
If
something
you want
that
to see
we're
a cool
working towards.
resto mod rebuild, because I want to keep it factory looking, but put like modern parts on it, like modern suspension.
Yeah.
Help the car a little bit because it's older.
Maybe some LED, replace the regular light bulbs with LED bulbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Simple stuff.
Something ease up the weight on the joints. It's an old car.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to see something cool like that, let us know. I think it'd be fun to do a restoration project on that car.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So, but yeah, also if you send us a picture of that emblem that you found, if you want to send us a picture of your Riviera too, it'd be cool to check it out. Maybe I don't know if you got it all updated and cleaned up or whatnot, but yeah, it'd be cool to check it out. So if you want to send us a photo of your Riviera as well.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. So
Was that an acceptable answer from a couple boneheads?
hopefully.
Jen, you're clearly his favorite. Do you have anything to add?
Thank you for not calling me bonehead.
So, all right. Was there any other comments? Or you said 3, right?
That was just a 3.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Unless there's been one that
Added
was
on.
added since that moment
In the last few minutes.
in the last couple minutes. Nope. Still the 3.
Okay.
Yeah. We're still at 49 subscribers. So I think, what if I took away the dance party? Maybe people don't want to see me dance.
Nope. Nuh-uh. Nope. We're keeping it.
Here's the thing.
Your theory is
So my theory is, we've said the last couple of weeks, if we get to 50, original dance.
yeah, we'll have a little dance party.
And this is like the first couple weeks span where we haven't added a single subscriber.
That's true.
So let's do a test.
A test.
Yeah. So that deal is off the books, like off the table until April.
Okay.
Because if we can add between now and April, a couple weeks from now,
Right.
then I can assume that it was because people don't want to see me dance. They're like, we're not getting to 50. So no dancing.
They don't want their
No
eyes
dancing.
to burn.
If we're still at 49 at the end of March, back on the table.
Back on the table.
So
dancing.
if you want to subscribe, but you're like, I don't want to see him dance more, then subscribe now. You have till April 1st.
Okay. Do I want to commit to that?
Do you want to commit to what? You going to offer something? You see Jason dance?
No.
Dress
So-
up as Vincini
so
for
in
an
the
episode?
in the past we talked about if we got like so many subscribers that you guys would smash a pie in my face.
Oh, yeah. A pie
So-
of cheese whiz.
No,
No.
a banana cream pie.
A banana
No.
cream pie with cheese
No.
whiz.
How about just whipped cream? How about just a pan of whipped cream?
With bananas?
No bananas.
Can the whipped cream be made of cheese?
No. That's too hard to clean up.
Whipped cheese cream.
No.
Mm.
You guys can eat a cheese whiz pie and I'll have a
Okay, if we get
So
to
if
50
we get to-
before April 1st.
Yes.
So right now it's transferred
yeah.
from me doing a dance to Jason getting a pie.
It was
Ooh. Katie is going to be like challenge accepted.
Katie, you got a college campus to reach.
Speaking of which, I'll tell you what. If we get to 50 in the by April 1st, I'll take a only whipped cream pie. But if we get to 55, I'll let you hit me with a banana cream pie.
Whoa.
55?
55 subscribers
by April 1st.
By April 1st.
Ooh.
That's what I'll commit to. I'm regretting it already.
We'll
but that's what
plug
I'll
your
commit
nose,
to.
but open mouth.
Open mouth.
Yeah.
No,
Nose.
I didn't agree
That
to
way
that.
banana cream gets in the mouth.
I didn't
Yum.
agree to
You
that.
have the taste.
You're too happy about this.
I ate 9 times more Peeps than I had my entire life.
That's true. We did put him through that torture. You did eat that watermelon one. You did
Yeah,
take
you
a
took
second
2
bite out
bites
of
of
it.
that one.
I did, and then when I took them home, I took another bite, and I was like, "Yeah, I made a mistake."
Oh man.
Oh.
What did Aaron and Aiden think?
Erin didn't try them because she also hates Peeps
Oh.
because she's a genius,
Oh,
and Aiden liked them.
I guess we're dumb again.
Yeah, we is fancy. Well, I'm a bonehead, so
Yeah, so am I. Boneheads,
shake and bake.
shake and bake boneheads.
Aiden ate the crap out of him though.
I have something I need to admit to.
Yes, something
I
you
have a
need to
confession
admit
to make.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Since our episode where we had Brock as a guest,
Yeah.
Okay.
I've kind of looked into NASCAR a little bit.
Have you?
Yeah, like I have a driver and everything now.
Look at you.
Wow.
I know.
Brock, you must be so proud.
Right?
Look at that.
Props to you, Brock.
Upcoming NASCAR fan.
You've converted someone.
I didn't think it could happen.
oh
Wow.
my gosh.
I mean, I haven't watched a full race.
Right?
I watched the beginning and the end of a race.
Oh,
You know, the
No.
only parts where it matters.
But you have a driver though. You're
I
interested
picked a
in
driver
it. I
and-
mean, that's
Yeah, been kind of looking into things. He's a
Wow.
Ford, drives a Ford.
right.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
oh, even better, even better.
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
All right.
He's kind of a funny dude. Doesn't put up with no guff.
Right.
And I was looking through a list, and the only reason I chose this guy initially, or I didn't choose him off the bat, but like started looking into it,
Uh-huh.
is because his last name is very similar to Dad's first name. His last name is Blaney.
Right.
And his
Okay.
first name is Ryan. So Ryan Blaney drives a number 12 car for Team Penske. Go
Okay.
Ford.
Okay.
Okay. But so his first name is the last name of my oldest godfather.
Okay.
Okay.
So Ryan Blaney. Yep, number 12.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
look at you.
The Menards Ford Team Penske Ryan Blaney number 12 car ran
Menards.
fast today.
Well, look at you.
Jason, you have a confession to make too. And I told you I was going to call you out on this.
You did. You did. I do feel bad about that. About
Fame
this.
Fame?
has gone to this man's head.
My head. What?
This man's head and ego is so inflated.
I disagree.
I know.
Here's what happened.
I don't even know who my husband is anymore.
I know. Our number one self-proclaimed fan
Okay.
has 2 sisters. The youngest of these, my niece, Addison,
Right.
little Addie,
Oh,
met one of her heroes
heroes.
and asked
Yeah.
him for an autograph. And what did you do?
She wanted me.
No. What did you do?
She wanted me to
She
sign.
asked you for an autograph.
Yes.
Yes. And what did you do? Before you get into the details of why you're trying to justify
What's
your
the word of the day, Jason? Gaslight.
yeah.
Gaslight.
What did you do? We've both been gaslit today. Your turn.
I faked signed her arm.
You fake signed her arm.
Yeah, there is a picture.
A young
There.
the baby of the clan, the baby of the children, met him, and she actually said when she was like, oh, "Is that Jason from Brake Check?" And I said, "Yes, Eddie, it is." And she walked over to him and asked for an autograph, and he said no.
Oh, not walk. She ran.
She ran. That
But I
makes it
mean,
even worse.
I was
so
not,
excited she ran to this man.
I was not mentally prepared for that. I was so like taken back. Thank you very much. There was a reason though. Like it was a permanent marker that she wanted me to write on her arm. Like permanent marker soaks into the skin. It can cause health problems. Like
I'm not
wanna
worried
do
about
that.
ink in the skin. I don't worry about ink in the skin. You see,
Well, but permanent marker though is
I've got
different.
plenty of ink in my skin.
But permanent marker is different though.
Has caused no brain problems.
That you're aware of.
I don't have the required equipment for it to cause the problem.
I do feel bad about that though. Like, well, also too, if
Have you
I
made it? Have you made it right yet? Because that was
Well,
a week ago.
that's what I was thinking about doing today.
Oh,
So, Addie, if you want, feel free to go onto our website and pick out a T-shirt. Color. Tell me the color and design you want. Which T-shirt you want. I will order it and I will sign it, and maybe our rest of the crew will sign it as well. And Richard can take that to you. I will. We'll do that.
She already has a crew neck.
Well, I can. If she wants something different, I can get that for
we
her.
can
She wants an
different.
additional,
Additional T-shirt.
Yeah.
You know.
like an autographed one.
Yeah, an autographed T-shirt. I'll get a proper fabric pen so it doesn't wash off super easy, and I'll autograph that for her. That's my way of saying I apologize for not writing on your arm to help your health. It was for your health. I promise. I wasn't trying to deny you an autograph. So
Well, only time will tell whether or not she accepts.
yeah, time will tell.
Whether or not that mends the wound. The scar will always be there.
I am not. I am more vocal and like I have a different personality on set because I'm very comfortable in this environment. When I'm out in public, I'm much more conserved and held back. It's something I need to work on. So
Yes, he is a scared puppy.
I am.
He's a scared puppy.
When it comes to like when people, it's so funny because he's so quiet out in public, but it's so funny because people, just random people we don't even know, will come up to him and start talking. They'll start talking to us, and then we're just talking with them, conversing.
Random
like
people
that.
you don't know.
Random people we don't know, and then they tell us their life story, and I'm like, whoa, wait, come back. You don't even know us, honey.
Right.
You don't have to tell us all
You
this.
just have a natural aura. People just feel comfortable around you.
I guess so. I mean, which is great.
You're like that little beagle puppy on a leash that people aren't threatened by.
Yeah.
But that's like I said, I feel bad. So if you want, I will do that for you.
Oh, I'm sure she'll take you up on that offer. That's very kind of you.
Yeah. Well, should we take that exit?
Well, cool. Yeah,
I think we should take the exit.
yeah. I feel good about today.
Yeah, today's a good day.
Yeah, it's good pod.
Good pod.
Good pie.
Good casting of the pod.
Good pie.
Pie pod.
I was
Good
going to
pie.
say, don't you be
Pie.
foreshadowing
So
anything.
one more subscriber, whipped cream to the face. 6 more subscribers, banana cream to the face. Plug nose, open mouth.
I will make the banana cream pie myself too.
Yeah, so you can't hate it because your wife made it.
Yeah.
Oh, she knows I dislike some of her foods. I'm honest. I'm honest with my wife.
Whoa.
I'm
I
honest
know.
with my wife.
I have made some nasty food where I'm like, ooh, what did I do? I'm so sorry.
You should test it by giving it to cats.
I
and if they won't
committed
eat
a
it-
crime. Yeah, I should give it to cats.
The cat won't even eat it.
And the cat died when it ate it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Jen does make some really awesome foods though. There are foods that she makes
She
that are
does,
great.
and she won't tell us the recipe.
Just experiment. Oh. What?
Is that a conspiracy?
No. What number of subscriber would we need for Jen to secretly, not on camera, give my wife the recipe to her lumpia?
100,000.
100,000? Yeah. You heard it.
Wow.
If you've had Jen's lumpia, it
It's
is a
very-
secret recipe. Nobody knows it. The recipe, it will die with her
It
because
will.
she doesn't want to have children. Selfish.
I want
100,000
puppies.
subscribers. My wife gets Jen's lumpia. I'm not asking for it because I can't cook as well as my wife.
But
Your
you
wife
Jen
does cook
gives
good food.
Aaron's. This is on camera. Jen gives Aaron her lumpia recipe. We had 100,000.
Shit, I should have made it 1 million. Oh, I meant shoot. I should have made it 1 million.
100,000 subscribers. I mean, we're only what 99,000,
9,900.
951 away.
Yeah.
It could happen.
It could happen.
Yeah, it will happen.
It will happen.
That's the mindset we need to put ourselves
There you go. Way to vision board it.
We are working towards that goal every day.
Yep.
Yeah, so we're going to take the exit. We're going to take the next exit because the first exit was back there.
Yeah, we always miss our exits.
Yeah. We're going too fast.
If you want any merch, breakchk.com. Don't forget to obviously like and subscribe.
and share.
Yep. And watch this video. It was recommended by the algorithm.
Ooh.
See ya.